Hi, I'm Lou, another episode of My Car Story. We're here at the Klairmont Kollections. It's a private museum. I'm here with Andrew Vogel.
Great to see you, Lou.
Vice President of Marketing and Sales. Andrew, tell us about the Klairmont Kollections.
Yeah, it's an awesome private collection in the city of Chicago. We're about 100,000 square feet and over 300 automobiles on display, so it's a big deal. Go to KlairmontKollections.org, that's 2 Ks on that, KlairmontKollections.org, and check it out. But for now, Lou's here, and we're going to see another great car, one of my favorites in the museum, a 1964 Lincoln Continental Convertible. A great example. Take a look.
Here we go. So here, boy, that's a big ride.
Yeah, it's a big, formidable piece of iron. This one benefited from a restoration, many years ago, 20 plus, maybe 25 plus years ago. And they did a great job with it, preserved what was there. So it had really good bones to begin with, so they didn't have to run around replacing a lot of pieces, and you'll see a lot of the original elements still intact. It looks like a driver. It's not a museum queen per se, but it's just a wonderful, real example of what this car was meant to be.
Let's take a look at it from the side. Andrew, if you wouldn't mind, stand by the passenger side there for a moment, just to get an idea of how far back I have to go to get this in.
Right.
But that's a big ride. All right, let's have you move to the front if you wouldn't mind, or the back. And we'll take a look at what the overall shape of the car is. Very squared off lines, very elegant at the time. Not a lot of chrome and things on the side as far as markers or touches telling you what it is. If we do look back on the, and one thing I noticed that I want to kind of point out, on the hood, you have a lot of room on each fender. Usually you don't have that much room in between each piece. I mean, that's very, very simple, normal windshield. I want to feature those doors in just a second, but if you look at the Continental in the back, that's the first thing that tells you that it's a Continental on this car. You don't see a lot of script or a lot of words, and that just looks great. Now for some of the treats. Let's open up the doors, if you would, please. Look at how elegant that is. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Mortimer, please step right in. Looks absolutely fantastic. And that's a lot of room with this unique
Look at the legroom back
centerpiece. There. That is a lot of legroom. And I love these doors with the Lincoln emblem, and there's this light here at the bottom. But that's a big, unique handle that sits up there. And the power there also looks like a power side window. Andrew, let's open up the hood. While you're doing that, I just want to feature some of the pieces to this vehicle. And since the top's down, I can feature, there it says Lincoln Continental on the inside. But take a look at this grille, or this interior. I said grill because it looks like there's a grill there across. They really done that well. This is what the driver would be able to take a look at there. And we'll take you up internally on some of those pieces there. Really well done gauges there, as you can see. You can take a look at the speedometer there. It looks like cars that speedometer was the speedometer for almost through the 80s. That speedometer look right there, and then there's the master buttons there for the driver. You could see some gauging here. The lights. It's wipers. And the foot pedals. Really cool. And I'm doing this all from the back of the car, which usually I'm doing in the front. So let's take a look under the hood.
Nice structure, and the way the hood is, of course, hinged to the front, classic Continental style. Unusual for the day, though, reserved, as we were talking about earlier, for sports cars mostly, but this one uses it here, and it's a great example under the hood, too. You can see it looks very original, Nobody's tweaked it, chromed it, done anything out of the ordinary with it, except just maintained it.
Let's take a look at that hood too from the front. So it has that kind of sports car-like hood. Andrew, if you would stand next to it again, I just want to show how tall that hood is.
Right, so
I mean, that's up there.
it really is.
That's up there. That's hugely sizable. I love this curve right in here. That's just so classy with the chrome piece alongside it. Andrew, if you would, start her up, please. We've got the air conditioning, all of the custom features of a Lincoln Continental. Very smooth. I'm gonna get a little exhaust note. Let's give them a little treat. Let's show them what it would look like with if the convertible top is going up.
Sure.
That's about 9 feet in the air. And then here's what the trunk looks like. This piece comes in here. You can see that. And that. That's pretty cool. Andrew, let's shut her off. Come on out. We'll shut the hood. We'll show what it looks like with the top up. We've already looked at what it looks like with the top down. Let's shut that hood.
Here we are.
You know, I have a stand right next to her.
Yeah.
I have a tough time. Usually I say stand right next to her. This one looks like a him. It's just so big, right?
Maybe.
This is like the male version of a car.
Right.
Andrew, thanks for being on My Car Story. Always a good time at the Klairmont Kollections.
Great to see you, Lou. Thanks for stopping by.